Hello, my friends. This is Miss Lori from Rolling Hills Zoo, and I'm going to have story time from the zoo to you. That's exactly right. And we're sitting in Rolling Hills Zoo, and I'm going to read The Greedy Python. Do you like snakes? I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Half hidden in the jungle green, the biggest snake there's ever been, wound back and forth and in between. You see those? There's the python. Look how he camouflages inside the tree leaves. The giant snake was very strong and very, very, very long. He had a monstrous appetite, his stomach stretched from left to right. Look at that. How long he is. Gracious sake. He quickly gobbled in one bite, whatever creature came in sight. A mouse that scampered to and fro, a frog that jumped up from below, a bat that hung from his left toe, a fish that swam a bit too slow, a bird that flew a bit too low. Gracious! Oh, there's the mouse, and there's the frog, and a bird, and a fish, and there's that bat. A porcupine still half asleep, and a monkey who was in mid-leap. Gracious, there's the porcupine. Remember, porcupines have prickly stems. Oh, and the monkey, goodness sake, look at those long limbs. A leopard sitting in a tree, and a buffalo who came to see. Oh my gracious, there's the leopard in the tree. And there's the buffalo who came to see. Oh my goodness. An elephant complete with trunk was swallowed in a single chunk. I'm far too big to eat, he cried. Oh, no, you're not, the snake replied. Gracious sake, how on earth is that snake going to eat that elephant? Gracious. At last the python's meal was done, and he lay resting in the sun. The animals inside his skin were making quite a dreadful din. Oh, look how big the snake is! Gracious sake! Here's his mouth, and there's his tail. Oh! Holy moly! And when they all began to kick, the snake began to feel quite sick. He coughed the whole lot up again, each one of them, and there were 10. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wow. He soon felt better, and what's more, was hungrier than just before. He hadn't learned a single thing. His greed was quite astonishing. He saw his own tail long and curved, and thought that lunch was being served. Uh-oh. He's got his mouth open. Look what he's going toward, his tail. Oh no! He closed his jaw on his rear, then swallowed hard and disappeared. Oh gracious, he's gonna be disappearing. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now we have Miss Jessica, the curator of Rolling Hills Zoo Education Department, and she's going to show us a ball python. Until next time, sweet friends, have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Miss Lori, for reading that wonderful story about the greedy python. I have here with me today Zeus, but he's not a greedy python. He's actually a royal python, or also known as a ball python. They get the name the royal python because actually members of royalty would wear them as a piece of jewelry around their neck because they are such a calm and gentle snake. So a lot of people would wear them as jewelry. Over in Africa, they actually use their hides to make boots and belts. Their diet is small mammals, basically anything they can get a hold of. Rats, rodents, any small or large rodents. Oops, he got caught on my watch. That he would eat. They live in Africa in the scrublands. These guys are actually pretty special because pythons, or most species of pythons, have what we call pit organs. Since these guys are going to be nocturnal, they're going to have little, if you see those little squares on the side of his head, those are what we call his pit organs. And what those are is that helps him detect his food in the night because he actually has terrible eyesight. The other thing that he uses is that tongue. If you see it flipping out, sticking out there, what he's doing is he's sensing his surroundings. He's wanting to make sure that there's no food or predators in the area. His predators are going to be different types of dogs or cats that would be in the African scrublands, and then they would also be birds of prey that would eat them. Now snakes, since they use that tongue, he's sticking it out, like I said, to check out his surroundings, but he pulls it back in and touches something called the Jacobson's organ in his, in the top of his jaw there. And that tells his brain kind of the same way that our brain is told if mom or dad has baked our favorite cookies in the kitchen and we smell it with our nose. That's the same way that our brain tells us that it's something good or bad. Well, that Jacobson's organ tells his brain the same thing, whether it's good or bad. Now, snakes have a different way of hearing because they don't have eardrums like we do. They actually hear from the vibrations that are around them. So I encourage you guys, if you have any other questions about Zeus here, I would ask that you comment below and we will be happy to answer those questions for you. Thank you guys.